Yeah. Fiya Blaze, you already know. I just jumped off the porch, you feel me? Dirty glove bastard. Bitch!
Mama told me don't forget to pray. Papa told me don't forget to pay. Thank
All right, so we got Fiya Blaze off the porch with us today.
That part, you dig?
How you feeling today, man?
I'm good, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, man.
That part, that's what's up.
Yeah, appreciate you coming by today, man.
I had to make some room in my schedule, but I got you, bro.
Yeah. All right, so let's take it back, man. You're originally from Chicago, right?
For sure.
Right.
Yeah, west side of Chicago, out west 290, what up?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like growing up there on the west side?
Man, family. It was family oriented because my family out there on the west side, but it was lit, you know what I'm saying? Like, people gonna make bad of Chicago, but Chicago ain't as bad as they, you know what I'm saying, make it seem, because a lot of us survived already. So, you know what I'm saying? Chicago lit, man. I love the west side of Chicago. I love Chicago, period. For sure. It was lit. It was a lot of, I was deep. We was deep. My family deep out there, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just felt like at home. I just always felt at home. I almost felt like, you know what I'm saying, protected and unstoppable almost, you know what I'm saying? Superman out west, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
At what age would you say you jumped off the porch in Chicago?
I'd say I jumped off the porch probably around 15. And the reason I say that is because I stopped being just the athlete that I was and started to more just deal with the pressure that I was going through and the shit that I was dealing with. I dealt with it by being more active than I had ever been. You know what I'm saying? Like when I got in with my big homie, my big cuz and shit, like we started really like just doing some shit that I probably shouldn't have been doing because I had sense to do better and got down, you know what I'm saying? But you know, when you gotta jump off the porch, you gotta jump off the porch. No matter where you coming from.
Yeah.
You got it's time. You know, when it's time, it's time. And I just did what I just needed to do. It ain't nothing too major other than I got active, goddamn. I got in here, you feel me? I got it busting. So yeah.
What would you say is one of the biggest life lessons you learned while living out there?
In the city?
Yeah.
Man, every day is a blessing. Every day is a chance. And if you don't take advantage of that, you ain't no better than the ones you say you living for, the ones you pouring liquor out for, all that. Like, it ain't even so much as being better. It's just like you're not doing them a just service. You're not honoring them. So you gotta, every day, I mean, like, it don't matter what, cause shit go left and right all the time. But just every day, make sure you taking that shit as a blessing and as an opportunity to get further and hold it down for the motherfuckers that ain't here, that can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Out west, Chicago gonna teach you, like, stop playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers play all day and you can see it. They might talk that talk, but they ain't really, like, active or they ain't really, like, how you really representing the motherfuckers that's not here and you doing that? You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing, goddamn, or you stuck in the motions and shit and acting like that's honoring. That ain't honoring shit. Bust a move, nigga, get the fuck on. You feel me? Like, make something shake. That's gonna honor some shit. So that's what Chicago taught me. That's because I was cut from people who was already on that type of time. So that's what you know what I'm saying?
And what would you say is the biggest obstacle you had to overcome to make it out of Chicago?
Poor mentality. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even just being poor or not having it. It's just the mentality of thinking you might not make it. Thinking every day, like, you know what I'm saying, you ain't worth, or not even the worth, like, you know your value. It's a pride to the shit, but it's like just seeing and habitually having habits built that won't get you, you know what I'm saying, the mentality that it takes to have and succeed and maintain. You know what I'm saying? So I think that just the mentality that everybody's projecting on you and telling you what you can't do and what you're supposed to do and da-da-da, man, fuck all that, bro. I don't have nobody else's psychology to deal with but my own, you know, and that's it. So I don't play with people like that. I mean, you know, that's an obstacle, but yeah, we got over that shit.
Yeah, real shit.
Mm-hmm.
What brought you down here to Atlanta?
This is my second home, for real. Like, my grandma been here, my auntie been here, my uncle been here, and I've been visiting like all my life. So I always loved Atlanta. And then, you know, when you get to that age where you realize, like, okay, I gotta bust a move and do something different, I started to see, like, Atlanta is really a mecca with music and entrepreneurship, low key like a motherfucker. Like the hustle down here is so fucking vicious. And like people really, did I cuss that first minute? I forgot, my bad if I did. But but people so like about their business, like before I even got into like a lot of this shit, I used to see people like handling their business early. You know what I'm saying? Like always having brochures and cards and passing out, But I always knew that the life was lit. And then it being Black Hollywood, like I started to become like somebody that people felt like, man, your face need to be on TV or something. So, you know, I jumped into some of that, got into some series and shit. Atlanta is just busting for all that shit. And it's a lot less paranoia and fuck shit going on in Chicago. So I had that avenue that I could use, so I ran with it. Yeah. For sure.
So how long you been making music now?
Man, I've been making music. Cause I could beat on the goddamn wall or some shit. Like I've been making music forever. But I've been making like good music since I was about 13. I started making poetry when I was 11.
Okay.
I started writing poetry. And I mean like, I just used classes to just write poetry to females and shit. But I was also speaking on how I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I felt like I got 4 siblings that I live with, and I felt like I was the only child for reasons. And I started to express myself through, you know what I'm saying, through the poetry and shit when I was about 11. But my music tells a lot, you know what I'm saying? I ain't just out here to play with motherfuckers. I ain't just out here to just try to get a bag. I'm one of the people that, you know what I'm saying, if you coming up through adolescence, you coming up to becoming an adult, I got certain shit that's on my journey that I'm telling in my music for you to be able to hear it and be like, not only did I go through that, you said some shit that gave me a different perspective on it. Now I can bust a move differently, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now I can listen to this on the ride to goddamn making my best move after dealing with what I was dealt with, you know what I'm saying? Cards that I was dealt. So that type of shit. But like, yeah, since I was 11, so shit, however many years that is, they gotta find out how old I am first.
So how'd you get your rap name? Fiya Blaze.
Fiya Blaze, I ain't gonna lie. So they called me a lot of shit. Pharaoh, Firebomb, Bang, Fiya Blaze, Fa, all that shit. But my big homie, Greek, shout out my nigga Greek, KTF shit. My big homie, we was watching fucking Shadows one day. And goddamn, no cap, bro. We used to really ride around in this T-top, you know what I'm saying, hustling, you know, doing our thing. And goddamn, he had the TV in that bitch. You feel me? So we smoking and eating and doing everything, watching all the hood movies. Shadows came on. So Shadows came on, a little boy come through the party, like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm come to play with fire. And the dude was washing his face. I'm out, come back and look at legs on the fire blaze up. So they was already saying like, yo, your shit hot, bro. You fire. So they was calling me fire. So they fucked around and put the blaze on after we seen that shit. And like, it stuck. My aunties, cousins, grandparents and shit, fire. My whole, I went to college for a year. They fire. I'm like, that's all I heard on campus. No, fire. I'm like, goddamn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? All the time I want to change it, I can't. They be like, bro, you fire, bro. Fuck that shit. Then I cut my dreads. They was like, how you gonna do that, Fiya Blaze? How you gonna do that, Fiya Blaze? You fire, how you gonna? Man, I'm not a fucking Jamaican, I don't think. Y'all ask my dad. Ain't no fucking ain't no fucking But nah, Fa, bro. Fa blessed. They call me blessed now because, you know, as I mature, people start to realize and appreciate me for like more than just rap. They know like, bro, he a good dude, his energy right. He speak a certain type of thing. He's intelligent. Like you gotta listen to. So I start saying to people blessed, they like that fits you. So Fa blessed, Fiya Blaze, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple aliases, but they know me as Fiya Blaze. All the music is Fiya Blaze.
All right, so talk to us about your song and video for Deal or No Deal.
Deal or No Deal, dope ass video shoot, produced by Big Jim on the beat. Shout out to Sauce Factory and my man's shout out to all my mans out here on the south side that's busting because they fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? But take care of Reckon, my mans. And Big Jim. Big Jim made that beat. I co-produced it and put that hot ass guitar in that bitch. That bitch fucking fire. And who shot it? Torali Film. I don't want to mess her name up, but Torali Film shot that shit and she dope as fuck. Between her and my man Runner J, who's in the studio with me, them my go-to for the visuals. And between Big Jim and Runner J, them my go-to for the productions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hard. Y'all need to go check that shit out. It was lit though. You know what I'm saying? Got the little Airbnb, got it busting, I direct all my shit. And I, you know what I'm saying, I'm my own manager, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody help me do this shit. I do everything. So all them girls, they enjoyed their night, you know what I'm saying? Some of them had a longer night than the others. And they made sure, you know what I'm saying, they came through and they kicked it. We had a good ass time though, man. Y'all gotta go check that video out for real. Deal or no deal, I'm gonna run me a mill up on Capitol Hill like I'm only a bill. I was killing that shit and they killed that shit too. No cap. That was a fun shoot.
And you got another single out called Legendary 824, right?
Mm-hmm. Legendary 824 is where I get real. I let them know that I'm a lyricist and I speak on, now this is before 2020 even hit us across our shit like it did. I speak on Kobe and Nipsey right after it happened that week. I just started to feel like I needed to say something. Like everybody's gonna say what they say. They're gonna put it line and let out, but I need to say something about those people's legendary statuses as well as how I can feel that it correlates to my own legendary journey. You know what I'm saying? And I have a long legacy behind what people are knowing now, what they just now coming to realize. And I want people to get in tune with that. So that song let me say a lot of that shit. A lot of people gravitated to it harder than I ever thought they would because I was talking some real shit. It wasn't no like, it wasn't fun and capping, la la la. It was for real, you know what I'm saying? But they really, they was like, bro, that's the you that we really appreciate. So I'm like, okay. The type of nigga like me been running from conscious rap all my life, but like if you gotta tell them something and you the only one who could tell them, then tell them, you know what I'm saying? Like play your role, you know what I'm saying? So I played my role, I feel like real solid on Legendary 824 and they appreciate that shit. Yeah, definitely gotta check that out though.
Mm-hmm. And you got a new project you dropping on your birthday, right? October 20th?
Yeah, Fire Away, Far Away. I would say mostly produced by Runner J and Big Jim, and that shit hard. God Bless dropped 9/11. It was another project. God Bless. So go check that out on all platforms. But Fa gonna be fucking like that next. Like it's really just it's a catapult before I even do that top of the year project that me and Runner and I already built in the archive. They don't even know nothing about that shit. This is just that like setup for them to be like, yo, like, but it's some hard shit on that. Man, Deal or No Deal is on there. What else? It's Far Away, which is something that a brain child that I had, and I sent it to Runner J, and he was like, all right, I got you. 24 hours later, he sent that bitch back, bussin'. I went to the studio 24 hours later, I sent it back to him. He like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them like projects that it's been bubbling for a while, but I'm proud of it, and it's a setup for 2021 where I'm really just gonna take off on everybody. I ain't got a plan to play with nobody at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For sure.
October 20th, right?
My birthday.
Okay.
King Libra, me and Snoop, 10/20 on God.
Are you interested in signing with a label, or do you prefer to run it up independently?
I can't tell you what I prefer until I've had the taste of the other side, but do I want to run with a label? Like, yeah, I want a motherfucker to come out here and be like, man, that nigga hard, stamp him, sprinkle a little this on him and get him right. But I do want to have my own situation where it's, because to me, it's taken a certain amount of time that's longer than I think that it should have for my skill and all that. I think that I need to like realize that I'm a Rolls Royce. I'm not a Toyota. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go ahead and like, look, man, I own this. I own that. I did the due diligence for this. You know what I'm saying? I built this, I built that. If y'all gonna do this, that's cool. But if y'all ain't really finna like, man, let's do a partnership. But that's at the end of the day, what you really want is a partnership. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would love a partnership. A deal would be just as good. I mean, almost just as good. And, but you know, because of the time that's been taken, because of the things that I've learned, I would want to be an independent with, you know, some backing, you know what I'm saying? Still be able to tap into the engine.
You also mentioned doing some acting. How'd you get into that?
Yeah, I was just out here. You know, like when you just out here, so I'm parlaying out in downtown Atlanta, moving through the West End, grooving through 5 Points and shit. I see some motherfuckers shooting and it's a half a car like in the bottom of the grass and like built into that motherfuckers like running around it. And I just get to watching and networking and shit, and I'm passing out cards and you know, giving out the herbals and shit. And I'm like, Hey man, what they doing? Do. The lady like, yeah, we doing acting and da. You need to be, you don't know nothing about it. I'm like, oh, for real? So she like, yeah, go to da and da. If you need to know the info, hit me up, FIYABLAZE on IG. But anyway, she like, go to da and go to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. I did it. And I started just instantly getting like all shit busting. Like, I just started getting roles. Like, I started getting like, bro, we need your face for da. But it's a community out here in Atlanta that does a lot of acting and shit. So it's like young people, hopefuls trying to get it cracking, even old people that made a career out of it. So I got in tune with them and I just started, you know, working that like I work anything else. Like I go to college, like if I go to school, like if I hit the streets, it's all networking, it's all conversation, speaking, communication, speaking with people. So I just moved that through that, ended up on Uncle Drew, ended up on Star, ended up on MacGyver, ended up on a whole bunch of shit. And you know what I'm saying? I still ain't got no agent, so I kind of left that shit alone a little bit, but it was good to have. It's a good experience, great experiences, man, for real.
Were there any actors you looked up to when you were coming up?
Pac.
Okay.
I mean, as an artist, as an actor, as a man, like, you know what I'm saying? Being the type of individual who is kind of trying to find your way by yourself in so many ways. Like when you find somebody that kind of fits your mold or what you think you are, you know what I'm saying? I grew up like and watched him acting and then seeing as an artist and seeing like, I mean, you seen people's faults, you seen they good, you seen they bad, but like you seen a person be able to play it in so many different worlds. And I feel like that's an attribute I have in myself. Like I can be in so many different worlds. Just because I'm built like that. And he was a dope actor to me that I like. R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? Pac, like that was dope. But he was a dope actor to me. Probably some other actors. I can't think of them now. You know, Denzel Washington, the first actor to come to mind if you say something. That ain't like mine. But he dope, you know what I'm saying? But goddamn, it's been a lot of actors. I just, who would I say? I don't know. Who's a dope actor?
So many of them.
There's so many. It's a lot of dope actors for real. And over time, you know what? Let's give a shout out. I don't even know his name, but let's give a shout out to goddamn Can't Get Right. That motherfucker was in every damn movie. And he was a black ass. He represented for us. He was in Jason's Lyric. He was the black ass brother in Jason's Lyric. I got a light skinned ass brother, older brother. You know what I'm saying? Felt that colorism shit when I was young and shit. We'll talk about that later, y'all. But you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Can't Get Right, whoever his goddamn name is. He be in all type of shit. He's a dope actor. I looked up to him. Who else? I don't know. Fiya Blaze. Go check him out. He be in shit.
All right. What does KTF stand for?
Keep the faith, know the future, kill the fear. You know, create the future. It started off as K-Town's finest. From Chicago, the west side of Chicago. It's a section where it's a lot of K's in the beginning of the names of the streets and shit. That's K-Town. And this section was L-Town. You know what I'm saying? I was born on Congress and Laverne in L-Town and grew up with cats off Gladys and Pulaski and off Karloff and, you know, Keeler, all this shit. But so K-Town, KTF, K-Town's finest. And I took it with me and it's KTF, keep the faith, know the future, kill the fear, create the future. Collective.
So is that your brand? Is it a clique? What is it?
That's the brand. That's a clique. Okay. That's goddamn a biker gang. It's a whole type of skater group. It's all that shit. It's a clothing line. It's a way of life. You know what I'm saying? It's a creed. Like, keep the faith and kill the fear. Forever. Like, fuck religion, but keep the faith. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Keep the spiritual connection to believing that shit's gonna happen the way it's supposed to happen, the way you need it to happen, the way that your karma says it should happen, the way that you've invested in it, the right things to happen. And kill that bullshit that's telling you it ain't gonna work. That part. You know what I'm saying?
So what's your bigger passion? Is it music or is it acting?
I think it's music for sure as a passion. But it's like whatever avenue I can use to get through and get the message. Like, I know I got a purpose. So as long as I can get my purpose going, and like if somebody's inspired by me doing things on TV and shit, they're like, when I seen myself on the big screen, when I walked it, bro, when I was in the theater and my head was like this fucking big, bro. And I'm like, damn, that's me. that was kind of an inspiration to me, but like, I ain't gonna lie, I was with a female and she ain't know that I was showing her no movie that I was in. So she like, oh, you just gone.
The subtle flex.
Flexed on her ass, and I didn't even know I was finna flex like that, but I'm like, damn, my head big as hell, but I look good walking in on that shit. But like, I don't care what it is that I do, bro. If it's working a job, bro, like forklift driving, if it's goddamn, you see what I'm saying? Like, I did some of that. Bro, if you see me and you just like, man, that nigga cool, and he really applying himself to that shit, and he make me want to just focus and apply myself and not be like, man, I don't even know if I want to do this. Man, do what you got to do right now. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a good opportunity, acting, if it's just all you can do is go to the studio and make some dope shit, man, do that shit. Put that shit out and fuck what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? For real, because they gonna hate you regardless if they gonna hate you. Meanwhile, live your motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? Before, why you still above 6 feet? You feel me? And that's it. That's some shit that just Chicago, man, we built like that, bro. Hey, come on, man. Live your life. Yeah, for real though. And then if you inspire people, man, be an inspiration in every way possible, bro. So I'm trying to do everything that motherfuckers say they scared to do. I'm on it.
What's next for you?
Me and Runner J dropping these projects. I'm trying to put out I'm trying to put out a lot of different content where they don't even know it's me. You know what I'm saying? Just so I could just, like I said, the purpose, like the poetry is still writing and being written, like, but it's through music. And then like my life is still teaching me while I'm raising kids. You know what I'm saying? I got that, like, I got the blessings and the opportunity and the responsibility to do something like with a purpose. So I'm just trying to, you know, keep that purpose moving. Wherever it go, I'm flowing with, I'm an air sign, I'm gonna keep on going. But like, yeah, like, man, I think the next thing is just to keep getting it, bro. Like really just creating and owning and looking at Tyler Perry like, bitch, you on my list. I'm next. You ain't that damn, you ain't nowhere but a hop away. Wait a minute, here I come. That type of shit. And that's what I think he would want. So, you know what I'm saying? That's next.
All right. Any shout outs before we wrap it up?
Yeah, my homie Ronnie J. Hey man, come here, cuz. Cause you done came up here with me and done show support. Y'all get into with my mans, Ronnie J, you feel me? The kid that did. You know what I'm saying? And any shout out, 10K Wrecking, goddamn, shout out my homie. Shout out KTF, everybody in the KTF. Who you want to shout out? You ain't mic'd up, but I'll shout them out for you.
Shoot. Shout out to Fafa, you know what I'm saying? KTF.
Yo, shout out to Runner J, shout out to Big Jim on the beat, shout out to Haze, shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Off The Porch, the whole collective, shout out to Atlanta, shout out to Chicago, shout out to you for watching this shit and coming back and fucking with us some more, you heard? Yeah. Come on, Mama Big Bird. Blue Blaze, goddamn. Get this merch, www.fiyablaze.com, you feel me? And we on that, you feel me, all day. Yeah. Shout out to whoever on that picture and the booty on that picture and shout out, goddamn, stop playing with that boy, man. We on that, you hear me? For real. Nah, for real.
Mama told me don't forget to pray. Papa told me don't forget to pay. Thank you, have a nice day.